Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for the week. Gaurang Shah here from Geojit Financial Services, and the beginning for the week started off on a stellar note. Close to 250 points uptake on the Nifty, 850 points uptake on the Sensex, and the Bank Nifty was the showstopper with almost about 1300 points uptake. Uh, this primarily was on fallback of the good news that we heard from various states reporting lower numbers as far as the patients of COVID-19 goes. Fatality remains a concern, but there seems to be a plateauing in states which were giving alarming rise in the numbers, like Delhi, like Gujarat, like Maharashtra, like Karnataka. All these states have started to report lower trajectory. And I hope that the next 10 to 15 days, you will have good news from other states as well. The sad news is in form of the cyclone Taute, which has hit Kerala, Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, and late Monday evening it is likely to approach Gujarat and Saurashtra. There has been significant damage, and expectation is that as it approaches Gujarat and Saurashtra, the intensity is likely to get much more severe, with wind speeds of 160 kilometers plus. India has not seen any cyclone of this scale in the last decade. Unfortunately, the numbers will be known only after the cyclone passes away and there is some amount of accountability taken into consideration as to what the damage has been caused. Minus this, of course, coming back to the equity markets, we are again back to those levels which we spoke last time, friends. 15,000 on the Nifty remains a crucial hurdle. 50,000 on the Sensex remains a crucial zone, and 33,500 to 34,000 remains a hurdle as far as the Bank Nifty goes. And on all these three counts, when the markets closed on Monday, we were very close to these levels. Hope and expectation from our side is that for this week, if you have good news coming through from Pan India on the COVID-19 front, then I think markets will take it with both the hands the way it did on Monday. And expectation is that if we are able to cross over all these crucial levels that I just mentioned, 15,000 on the Nifty spot, 50,000 on Sensex, and 34,000 on the Bank Nifty, if we are able to cross over this, 33,500 to 34,000 on the Bank Nifty to be more precise, and if we are able to cross over this and stay close above this level, stay afloat, then there is a possibility that we may go towards the all-time highs that you see. Along with that, will be a possibility that we may cross over that all-time high. But this is all subject to the news flow on the domestic front, especially on the COVID-19 front, and of course from the international side as well. As we all know, there is conflict between Palestine and Israel. I hope that that also gets resolved sooner rather than later, with as much as less damage to life. Unfortunately, things have taken an ugly turn over there. On the crude oil front, friends, we are approaching towards $69 mark as far as Brent is concerned, a barrel, and we are trading at $65.50 mark on the NYMEX. And as a result of that, we have almost seen 90 rupees a litre petrol in Mumbai and 100 rupees a litre, 90 rupees a liter diesel, I beg your pardon, and 100 rupees a liter is the petrol. Rupee 73.20, the last that I saw, with some strength expected. And if you recollect our conversation last time, I did mention that we will be going closer to this 73.20 and 73, which is the strength in the INR against the dollar. On the earnings front, well, there is no great disappointment. That's a good thing. But like I have mentioned earlier, I think all eyes will be on this financial year first quarter numbers as and when we approach those dates. And before that, what is going to be the situation on the lockdown or restricted lockdown front, which is implemented in different states with different standard operating procedures. If the numbers are on the lower side and if we have some relaxation coming in from various state governments, and if we don't let our guard down, which is very, very important, friends, I think all of us put together can come out of this situation only and if only we are responsible, COVID appropriate behavior, wearing mask, maintaining social distancing, not overcrowding, and going by the standard operating procedure which is laid down by various states. This is the only thing that we have to contribute to. Imagine the plight of health workers who have been working since the last almost 1.5 years under the situation and stress that this pandemic has led us to. So, with all due respect to them, I think it is only our duty that all we have to do is, if it is not necessary, don't step out, wear your mask, maintain social distancing and not overcrowding. I think if we do these simple things, a lot can be achieved in a shorter span of time. Coming back to the markets, well, flows would definitely be positive on Monday, both from the domestic side as well as foreign institutional investors. There was short covering as well because expectation was that markets may not give you the kind of rally that it did, and it surprised all of us. Buying on dips has always been our strategy, and that is what we have advised to you all. The range that has now become on the higher side and the lower side, if I have to speak about Nifty spot, then 15,500, 15,600 is the lower end, wherein you see consolidation happening, buying coming in, and 14,900, 15,000 is the higher end of the trajectory where you see some kind of high anxiety and profit booking coming in. But this time around, I expect it to be a little bit different. This time around, I expect that if there is positive news flow from the domestic front, then we have all the capability of crossing over this crucial mark and giving a close above those levels. Monday was the day for financials, banks, and over there again, friends, I think the concern that the market had was on the moratorium front, elevated levels for gross and net NPA provisioning. Given the situation of re-lockdown, there was opinion that possibly banks and NBFCs would be the worst hit if the period gets extended, but praying to Lord Almighty that the situation should come fast under control and things should start getting normalized as soon as possible. So I think banks and NBFCs would be the focus, pharma, IT, certain auto ancillary stocks also would definitely command a little bit of respect from investment perspective. And FMCG, which was again a showstopper in terms of fourth quarter numbers for the last financial year. So this, and metals and cement, of course, has been on our radar. So broadly, these are the universe, friends, wherein you need to cherry pick frontline stocks, select mid cap, don't go into small cap. If you don't understand, stick to the basic principles of investing in equity market. That is, buy quality, don't buy quantity. I mean, that's the simple approach that I would advise you all to keep, because buying into unknown names often lands you into a lot of problem. So stay away from such evils of the market. Stick to the principles, and that's how you end up making a great portfolio over a longer period of time. With this and the broad trajectory, like I just mentioned, 14,600, 500 on the Nifty spot, lower side, 14,900, 15,000 on the higher side, and expectation is that this week we could possibly see a close above these zones of higher levels which act as barriers, and if we are able to do that, then I think we will be going towards the all-time high, and if all supports our understanding, then possibly a new high. Buying on dips should be your strategy, and buying into quality name should be your principle. Thank you all for listening to me so patiently. See you again next week. Praying to Lord Almighty for your good health and for your well-being. Take care and see you again next week. Bye-bye.